For cheap D2R items, visit aoeah.com. You get 3% off with the code ARIAT. Check the link in the description. Hello and welcome everybody. Some of you maybe remember my Allstar Barb build I played in Season 1. A simple build which is able to farm anything quite efficiently. But now the time has come for a new Allstar build, so here is my Allstar Barb 2.0. He has the same qualities, but also can switch between melee fight and ranged combat, and he can also handle players' aid solo for farming and leveling. I will also show you different options and some budget items. Let's go! First about the attributes. We need enough strength for the equipment, we also need sufficient dexterity for the weapons, and the rest is put into vitality. In the skill tree we max out battle orders and put one into battle command. I also like to enable find item with 1 point for double looting. Then we put 1 point each in blade and axe mastery. Throwing mastery gets 20 points. The 4 passive skills down below also get 1 point each. With the combat skills we max out double swing and double throw. Frenzy gets 1 point and the rest can be spent in whirlwind. You will need to get at least level 9 Frenzy with your gear, if not, you might need to put some points there as well. Briefly the breakpoints. My main setup plays at 40% faster cast rate and 15% faster hit recovery, and we will play a winged axe and a winged knife. Therefore we wanna get 100% increased attack speed, so we can reach the maximum speed of 7.14 attacks per second, as long as the Barb gets the Fanaticism aura from his Merc, or the full buff from level 9 Frenzy. Without aura or buff, the speed will be 5.55 attacks per second. Now the equipment. We play a War Shrike in the primary weapon hand, and a Lacerator in the secondary. It is important not to do it the other way around. The War Shrike adds plus 50% each to deadly strike and piercing attack. Together with the weapon mastery, 100% pierce is possible. The Lacerator casts amplify damage on attacks, and of course we prefer ethereal throwing weapons. In the weapon switch I play a Death Berserker axe and another Lacerator. This setup is for whirling, and thanks to the high chance of crushing blow from the runeward Death, this works fantastic against bosses, especially in Übertristram. In both weapon slots we can also attack with Frenzy to get the speed buff. The amulet is a High Lord's, it has 20% increased attack speed and a bunch of deadly strike. For the missing attack speed I play Laying on Hands with its huge extra damage to demons, and a 2-socketed headgear with 20% FCR and IASED jewels in it. This one also has plus 2 skills and Visio mod, delicious of course, but you don't urgently need that. Then of course we put Enigma for teleporting, an Arachnid Mesh for 20% more FCR and plus 1 to skills, and Gore Riders add another 15% deadly strike, so we can get up to 100% in total. That's double damage for any attack. In the ring slots we put a Ravenfrost and a Dual Leecher. Besides Torch Nanny I got different charms in the inventory. Max AR Life are great of course, but I also play 3 small charms with FHR and some with resistances. You can also decide to put in some poison damage charms. In many maps a Bone Breaker can be very helpful as well, so I always got one in my cube. Further we need an Act 1 mercenary with the runeward Faith, so we don't need the Frenzy buff for maximum speed. The Faith bow needs to have at least Fanaticism at level 14. The Act 1 Huntress also has a Cure helmet and a Chains of Honor. All in all the equipment is not that cheap, but still affordable when not using max rolls everywhere. Now some further options. For some more damage reduction feel free to play a COA with attack speed jewels in it and or a String of Ears. But losing the cast speed means slower teleporting. Giant Skull also is a valid option as it has 2 free open sockets, otherwise a blue headgear will work too, and is much more affordable than a good rare one. For Uber Tristram I got a Treasury Armor for precasting Fate, a pair of Draculs for life tap, a Gully and a Kiras. And here are some cheaper solutions for early and mid game you could try out. Upgraded Scalper and Deathbite are maybe some valid weapons. A Hustle Armor has no teleport, but makes you run very fast. And for piercing attacks and some damage reduction, you can play Wisdom Helm plus String of Ears, or a Vampire Gaze plus Razor Tail. Further you could use Goblin Toe or Atma's Scarab. Let's talk about the gameplay. Double Throw obviously is the main attack, but we can also use Whirlwind and Frenzy in between. Whirlwind is nice for taking down any boss monster's life points by the crushing blow, and when you get surrounded by monsters, you can easily escape by Whirl. Frenzy is only for the speed buff if needed, but you can use it for single targets as well. Further we can use Find Item to loot corpses, and Howl is great to get rid of the trash mobs in Uber Tristram. You can now watch some more gameplays from the high-end build in Players 1 and Players 8, but in the last part you can see the Barb I play in Leather. He plays COA and String of Ears, and he already does fine without good rolls or strong charms. I say goodbye for today, take care, and may the loot be with you.
Not even death can save you from me.
Thank you.
I need mana.
No idea of the power you face.
You're too late.
Follow me. Come on. Thank you. Goodbye.